past Sunday.
Bees are dying, and our survival depends on them. That's why 4RB's created the Pure Wave Cell, a breakthrough quantum device proven to help hives thrive, doubling colonies and boosting honey production naturally. Every jar of our Pure Wave honey fuels this mission, supporting beekeepers worldwide. Visit 4RBs.com. That's the number 4RBs.com, and use code WITF for 20% off. Save the bees. Save us all!
Where in the Folk is not and should not be viewed as a news source. Any names, places, or likenesses mentioned are purely fictional, and any information discussed is purely speculative. Guest opinions are their own and do not reflect those of anyone else. Where in the Folk is not responsible for content accuracy of any stories that are told or what people do with these stories. This show is vulgar, sometimes graphic, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone, actually.
Welcome to another episode of Where in the Folk. I hope everybody's doing great today. I think I've lost audio. Can somebody say something?
You're good.
All right.
You're good. Lost audio.
I swear.
Cecil's having ID10T errors tonight.
Well, it didn't play the intro. Like, I couldn't hear the intro at all through that whole thing. I was like, great. But anyway,
see, that's why I was late getting on, and I wasn't late past time to start, but my mic wouldn't come on, so I'm sitting here chasing down cords to see where it's unplugged from.
I have probably one of the coolest setups in the world for this, and it's a piece of shit. I'm thinking about.
We're sorry for screwing up.
That's hilarious, Lando.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We would never do that intentionally because we like the dogs. We like dogs more than most people. Present company excluded.
Well,
what's up, Crystal? What's up, Ronnie?
What's up, everybody?
Do what, Steven?
We all share those sentiments, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
About knocking dogs better than people.
You know, the older I get,
for the most part.
yeah. I get it. I've got one that every little thing scares too. He's such a big old wuss. But yeah. So how's everybody's week been?
Oh, it's been fun. I don't know. I just worked a lot and been doing stuff in here.
Cool.
It's not. And tonight, though, we're going to be talking about some of the history's most unhinged ideals.
Before we get started, I did want to say something that's really been bothering me this week. There's one of the people who we watched maybe like 2 watch parties ago. It was this dude who he was taking crystals and putting them on statues, and the crystals were lighting up. Mm-hmm. And he was showing, do you guys remember that? Like he was showing like there was no wires attached and stuff. And he was also a biblical expert. Well, that was less than like a month, 2 months ago that we watched that video, and he is now deceased.
Yeah.
Under mysterious circumstances, like a week after he said that he wouldn't hurt himself. Mm-hmm. And he was also posted up with that dude in Chicago who was making diesel from plastic. So, we show a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of videos that get took down.
There are times that the video gets taken down before you even get it played.
True. But just to let you all know, like how close we are to the fuse at all times. Mm-hmm. Like, it's super unfortunate. And I'm saving videos on this dude too. So that we can come back and kind of watch, like remember and see some of the technology he was messing with. Because it's absolutely awful that keeps happening to inventors and explorers and anybody who wants to challenge the status quo, really.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, none of us have thoughts of offing ourselves.
True.
Just for the record, if they tell you otherwise, it's a lie.
No, we do.
True.
Because I like me some me.
Oh, I love myself more than anybody.
What's not to love? Come
It
on.
has been a weird week, Crystal. I agree.
Hey, look, I took off most of the week to work. And I mean that literally. I took off from one job to work another job. Because it's been that kind of month. And it's only, what, the 7th? God. Okay.
You know, they used to put mercury in baby teething powders. I didn't know that.
Really?
And it was related to something called, so this was in the 1900s, and it was they started seeing something called pink disease and realized that mercury nitrate was causing neurological damage. And mercury is also the reason. It's also where we get the term the Mad Hatter, because mercury nitrate was used in the felt hat making process, which was causing neurological damage in people that were wearing the hats.
Well, that would do it.
Mad as a hatter. Yeah. Like imagine making the hats. Like you were just drew the wrong card on that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, kind of along the same lines. When
That
my
is a
daughter,
sweet shirt.
yeah, when my daughter was a baby, she had very, very bad stomach problems, and they tried diet, they tried all these different things. And I'm talking, she was about 6, 7 months old. So the doctor gave me a prescription for paregoric with very strict instructions. Do not change the dosage at all. Do not give her more. People kill their babies with this stuff. And that's exactly how the doctor put it to me. Well, I had become desperate, so I was willing to try it. But boy, if I was unsure, I'd dump it out and start back over. Well, come to find out, paregoric is camphorated tincture of opium. They gave it to babies for colic and for diarrhea and stuff like that, and it made them sleep. So parents said, oh, well, I'll give them a little bit more to help them sleep. And they were actually putting them into an opium coma.
God, it was so common for babies to die back then. It's sad.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, as a parent, you're trying to do what you need to, to take care of your child. And when the doctor gives you something, you assume very many times wrongly that it's going to be safe for them.
Yeah. And now we all just get Alzheimer's.
Oh, yeah. They've said that Alzheimer's is diabetes 3 is one of the conspiracy things going around about that right now.
Yeah.
Has something to do with your blood glucose and things like that. And if they can find a treatment for diabetes 3, then they cure Alzheimer's. Which the rumor is in China or Russia or maybe even both, they've found something that would cure it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that months ago about them finding it in China, and now you can't find it.
Maybe close to a year ago. And Google scrubbed it. Right. You can't find anything about it. There was a dude who has like all of the men in his family were getting it. And he was an anomaly. And they believe it's because he worked in a smelt facility where it was extremely hot temperatures all the time. And they're now doing studies, as good as what that's going to do. But they're doing studies because they think that people who are in generally super hot environments don't get it as much because of like what it does to your brain chemistry, I guess, being in a hot climate like that. He was regularly in.
Maybe it's some of the medication it's given.
Yeah, maybe.
It very well could be. It's really hard to say. And the cures that they probably have out there for everything is truly crazy. And there was one thing, I think it came out of UK or somewhere, where they said they found some kind of pretty positive, not cure, but treatment for for some form of cancer. Hey, Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got to wave,
I don't know.
Cecil.
I'm doing something. I can't wave that.
Cecil's just sitting here like this.
I'm monitoring my blood pressure. Just so you know, a minute ago it was 175 over 113. So I'm trying
Cecil,
to.
that's
I'm,
bad.
I'm
You
making
can't-
sure I'm not stroking out.
Stop getting upset, or you're going to end up on one of those YouTube compilations of people that died on stream.
It seems to be coming down. It's 167
Yeah.
over
Please
103
don't
right
do
now.
that.
So
Lord.
but anyway.
All right. So, okay. So imagine you're living in a small village and somebody that you love dies, but you're terrified. What if they died with unconfessed sins? So back in the UK, up until 100 years or so ago, they had people that were sin eaters. So, these people would just show up, and for a small payment, they would go into the home of the deceased, and they'd take a piece of bread and sometimes salt, and they'd place it upon the body because that was believed to absorb the dead person's sins.
Okay.
Then the sin eater would eat the bread and drink the ale that the salt went into, while reciting a blessing, symbolically taking the sins upon themselves so that the deceased could enter the afterlife unburdened.
They're not the only. So Christianity isn't the only religion that does that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to get us in trouble. But there's an Orthodox religion who, to this day, it's called chicken swinging, and they will swing chickens by the neck to transfer their sins onto the chicken, and the chicken dies with the sins of that person, and they are no longer sinful. And they do that to this day. And I'm always like, where's PETA? Like, where's PETA talking about that? Like, because they're just beating these chickens up on fences and stuff.
Well, my thing is, and like I said, not to be insensitive to people's firmly held beliefs.
Not to be confused with chicken hunting. Correct.
However, I would love to be a fly on the wall when they're standing before their maker and saying, but I gave all my sins to the chicken or to the sin eater.
Well, at least the sin eater is kind of like a death doula in a way, but the chicken swinging is a whole different ball game. Yeah. Who's going chicken swinging?
There you go, right there with you, sister.
Who's going chicken hunting?
Yeah, there's some in Utah. They'll get baptized for.
We cut out, Stephen. They get back. What did you say?
Yeah, I was going to say in Utah, there's some folks there that they think that an ancestor or whatever wasn't right in their beliefs and all. They can be baptized for them today if they never got baptized or anything.
You can be baptized for somebody else.
Different variations of all of this.
Yeah, there was a big controversy about that because they were stepping outside of their families and say they saw that I was not in their faith, and they're like, hey, let's save her. And they would baptize me posthumously into their faith so I could be saved.
Well, this is all coming back to me now, like these things, these oddities that we're talking about. So I'm not a Catholic, and I recently attended a Catholic funeral. And up until, so we often explore cemeteries, as you know, and we were exploring a cemetery. It was a Catholic cemetery, and they had these niches that were beautiful. Like they were brand new. And I thought it was odd because nobody's names on the niches were passed away. Like everybody's still alive. And it turns out that the Catholic Church just determined that it's legal within the Catholic faith to be cremated. It was illegal for a long time because they didn't believe in hurting the vessel or whatever.
Right.
But then they made an interpretation of the dust thing,
Mm-hmm.
and now you can be cremated as a Catholic.
Well, you know,
Please run out of room.
we were there. There you go. We
Could
were
be that.
on one night, and I don't know if you were here or not, Stephen, but there was a guy that was Muslim on here, and he asked basically, but what about you destroy your body? Because evidently they don't believe in cremation either, because you have to have that body.
A lot of
some
faith,
reason.
a
Yeah.
lot of faiths don't.
Yeah.
Like the one that you have to be buried same day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like I
Yeah,
said, yes, so it's
that, yeah, in some places in Africa, that I think that may still be the case. When somebody passes away, they have to be buried that day.
Mhm.
Or that was the rule until recent times. Anyway, it may still be in existence.
yeah. You know, and some people, you know, grow up believing a certain thing, and then for different reasons may change their mind later. Because even my mother-in-law, she was adamant, no, you do not get cremated. That is wrong. You can't do that. And then when she was in her 90s, you know, she told Mo, oh yeah, I've got everything pre-planned so I can be cremated. And he's like, wait, what? You know, when did you change your mind about that? You know, and everything. So like I said, you know, I mean, people do change, but
Yeah, it is. It's way more rare in the South, like in Appalachia where we're from, to be cremated, and it's odd there too because it's also rare to not have an open casket, regardless of what happened.
mhm.
You know, I don't want to get too graphic, but
That's very true.
you're loud, dude.
How loud?
You just busted my eardrums.
For real?
I-
How about now?
That's better. You're getting better.
All right. How about now?
That's good. That's good. I think we're good.
I didn't do anything.
That was like when your mouth opened and my ears just went
Fucking with me.
boom.
You're trying to make me die.
There you go.
Look at Crystal. Look at Crystal. It's not just me. You scared Landa's dog again, bro.
Landon, poor Bobby. But
But
yeah.
yeah, Tully's right. Down here, it's very rare to not have an open casket.
Mhm.
And here's the thing: if you do have a closed casket down here, they offer to let you see them,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'll
Fun
say this
fact.
one thing.
Uh-huh.
I went to the funeral of a person who had an open casket who was decapitated.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how serious that is.
You know, it was only about 5 or 6 years ago I realized, and I don't know if this is just a local thing or if you can do it anywhere, but there are funeral homes down here that will allow you to rent a casket so you can have a viewing and then do your cremation.
See, I think that's a racket.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I mean, we have friends that lost a child, and you know, they wanted people to be able to say goodbye, but their ultimately they were cremating her.
You can say goodbye without staring at a corpse.
Oh yeah, that's why I've said
I-
since I was a teenager, you cremate me because I do not want to be on display. Screw that. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
people to remember me from that.
Yeah,
So-
that's how it was with my father-in-law. The casket was rented, and then he was sent off after we had that service there that day at the funeral home.
Yeah.
And then later on, you know, we put his urn in the ground. Of course, we had to wait a day or two for the blanket to come in from New Mexico. So, I mean, it was just all part of
Yeah.
it. But it was later on, you know, we went ahead and had the service that day, and then later on, you know, we put his urn in the ground.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is lightly used, and you look at it. There's like just like embalming stains and stuff. They're like you would never see that because the body's going to be there. You know.
That's right. There you go. But I remember too, and this has been about 15 years ago, but it was still weird to me because it's not what I grew up with. A coworker, his wife's niece, I think maybe passed away, and they were at the funeral home, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to close down so we can take her back home. And David, my coworker's like, what do you mean take her back home? Oh yeah, they're going to keep her at home until the funeral. And I'm like, what? Who does that? I mean, I remember that's how it used to be, years and years ago, that, the person was laid out in their home. But, that was also where the memorial and all that stuff was generally done. I'd never heard of people taking you back from the funeral home to the house.
They still do that. There's actually people right up the road from me, about a quarter mile, that they do that still. Like when a family member passed, they still have the funeral in their home. And the house I grew up in Clay County, my grandfather and my step grandfather both had their funerals there. So I mean, it was pretty common, and it's still something that's done around here. Every so often you'll see the slow funeral ahead sign right here below the house.
No, I mean their own home.
Yeah.
So okay, you are talking about they brought somebody, a relative to their own. Okay, cool. I thought you meant your neighbors were bringing in all these other people. I got lost for a second there. Just
family.
Ignore me. Okay,
it's family.
All right.
No,
we're taking in strangers now.
Last week's funeral was the first funeral I've ever been to where there wasn't a body, and it was so much less traumatic. So like, when I pass, I don't want a body. Just let people remember me and go on about their day.
I'm gonna smoke you in there.
I will
for the big spread.
I used to always say, hey, donate my organs. I don't need them.
Don't say that. Well, don't say that.
Okay, I won't say that. Once I'm officially gone, then you can have them.
You end up strapped to a table in the basement.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to.
Yeah. But
you don't want to knock on your door tonight.
No. But okay, first off, I'm old, people, and two, I have had Hep C, so my organs can only be given to Hep C people. So I'm not worth coming in and just taking a heart out of, because you can't just give it to anybody. But anyway,
everything's worth something.
Those are the ones that get used in ritualistic magic and not not transplanted.
Hey, no, I'm the one doing rituals. So come on, bring it. But anyway, where I was going with that before I was so rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Is a lot of people say, oh, well, just donate my body to science. You cannot just donate your body to science. Most of the things that you would be donating for, you have to have a very specific condition before science will take your body to study. I did not know that until a friend of mine's mother passed away, and she had a very rare form of cancer. And they took her because it was a rare form of cancer. And they both asked about, can we go ahead and make arrangements to donate? And they're like, no, we wouldn't take you, because we want things that we don't have a cure for, or things that need to be studied. So many things we already know, so we don't just take anybody. At one time they did. At one time, as a matter of fact, there used to be a resurrection men. You talk about a job description. Their job was to go dig up fresh bodies to take to doctors and stuff, back in the 1900s. I mean, early 1900s. Yeah.
It'd be my luck. I'd donate my body and I'd end up in one of the museum displays where they've got everybody cut into 42 pieces.
Exactly.
And you can spread them apart.
I'd rather them send me to a body farm. I'd rather be a body farm person than a sliced and diced. At least that's a contribution.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to ascend and my body just disintegrate. But short of that.
Yeah. The Resurrection Man reminds me of a movie that I absolutely love, and it is very underrated. It's called I Sell the Dead. Have you ever watched it?
I'd have to jog my memory. I'm not sure.
You know the guy that played Charlie in that show Lost?
Yeah.
He's in it. It's very underrated. I love this movie. Hang on a second. Sell the Dead. It's basically a resurrection, man. These guys go and they steal corpses for a doctor. Hang on a second. Let me get a good picture of it here. If you haven't watched it, you really should. It's got Ron Perlman in it, and
I like Ron Perlman.
I liked his acting, but other things can. I don't always.
I
agree with
recently
the fella.
discovered there are two different Ron Perlmans too.
Really?
I didn't know that.
And that the Ron Perlman from like Beauty and the Beast and Sons of Anarchy is not the same one that's in the files. Different guy.
That's right.
Right.
It's got Dominique Mohagan,
Oh,
Larry
Monahan,
Fessenden. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great movie. I might watch it tonight after we get off here if I'm still alive.
I was telling Morgana, and I think I heard you mention this, Cecil, and I'll mention it again. But if y'all haven't seen Widow's Bay,
I still ain't watched it. I want to.
Widow's Bay, we finished the first season. There's only one season. It just finished. And Widow's Bay is like top 5 TV shows that's come out in the last 10 years. It is a horror comedy, and the comedy is so well placed. It's so well placed, and the cast is great. Perfect cast. The only show I would say even competes with it right now is From.
From's awesome.
But Widow's Bay is like top 5 best TV shows of the last 10 years. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. And what's crazy is a lot of people I talk to haven't even heard of it because it's I think it started on Apple. And if you're not an Apple user, you gotta either beg the Amazon or sell the high seas with me.
Yeah.
Or you can sweet talk one of your dear friends for their login credentials.
Yeah.
Because I started watching one and I was telling Tully, because I think that's what started this conversation. It's on Apple and it's called Dark Matter. And it was just one of those things. Like I said, I've been sitting in front of my computer all week working. So that's usually when I'll stream stuff. I had to stop watching it on the computer because I wasn't working. But then I got off for the night and then I'd go watch 2 or 3 episodes. And did you ever see Sliders in the 90s?
Oh, yeah. I love Sliders.
It is like a darker version of that. A more updated, dark version because it's all these multiverses and everything.
Well,
and it's crazy.
Landa, I don't know about you. So it takes a lot to get me to laugh out loud at a TV show. Like if it's not stand-up comedy, if it's just a TV show. There were multiple episodes where I could not breathe laughing watching Widow's Bay. It was scary in parts. And so it's like the dark is really dark, but then there's these moments of comedy that are just absolutely perfect, like gut punches of comedy. And so it's not cynical like What We Do in the Shadows. It's not like that at all.
I love What We Do in the Shadows.
But I'm saying like it's not that vibe where it's not like.
See, that's campy to me.
It's not like
Shadows is camp.
Yeah, it's not horror trying to be intentionally funny. It's like a real horror show, but then there's just certain characters that come in throughout it that just absolutely punch you in the gut. Like the lady, you remember the older lady from Ozark that was like a gangster? Yeah. She's been in everything in the world. Like what's the Bones Winter's Bone? She was in that. Yeah. She's in this, and she is like a tier funny in this show. But I can't give it enough accolades. If you haven't watched it and you like watching TV, watch this show.
You want another little comic relief here of something that people used to do that's no longer in practice?
Yes.
I don't know if you call it comic relief. It sounds very functional. So imagine walking along the River Thames in London in the late 1700s and you see someone pulled from the water after nearly drowning. A crowd gathers not to perform CPR, but simply to inflate the person's rectum with tobacco smoke. This is where blowing smoke up your ass must have came from.
What? Whoa!
As bizarre as it sounds, I know it sounds crazy. It was considered legit medicine. At the time, doctors believed many illnesses resulted from an imbalance of heat, cold, and bodily functions. A person who had nearly drowned was thought to be cold and lifeless, and tobacco was considered a powerful stimulant, and smoke was viewed as warming and invigorating. So, the rectum was chosen because it had a rich blood supply and was already used as a route to administer medicines. The hope was that it would stimulate breathing, revive circulation, wake the unconscious patient, and restore vital energy. So that's where the term blowing smoke up one's ass has officially came from.
Can I tell you, when I was getting a list together of weird medicines, one of them was tobacco used to be the cure for everything, and I did not go any further than that, and I'm so glad I didn't at this point.
They had tools, you know.
You brought on the bot with talk. As soon as you mentioned rectum, the bot popped up with about AI viewers.
Hey, Larry. Now,
hey, Larry.
When I first read it, I thought that they were going lips to anus, but they actually had tools to do this. So it's good.
Wow.
Yeah, but imagine.
Hey, Larry.
Imagine like a siphon, though. You could still get blowback from that. Like,
the same reason I don't drink unpasteurized milk.
I mean, imagine if you're like trying to blow and you get that blowback. And if they've been, if they've had back then their diets and stuff, they were eating jailed eels and blood pudding and liquor. So
all I can say is, if we ever go swimming, you better hope that you don't drown.
Hey, you better not ever get snake bit in the ass either. So, what was it, City Slickers, the movie? You were gonna suck my ass. No, you're gonna die.
Crystal, I think you can go Amazon with it.
You got to purchase it on Amazon.
True. Oh, Larry, dude.
We haven't even gotten to food yet. We're talking about dirty jobs that they don't talk about right now.
It's because I said blood pudding, jail deals, and liquor.
Okay, got it.
So
what they were eating.
Yeah, they used to. Cecil was saying that they used to literally blow smoke up people's ass to revive them from drowning.
In the 1700s, it was a common practice. They had a tool for it.
In England. And I'm just thinking, think about the diet in England and you're trying to siphon up somebody's rear end with a hose. Think about what's coming back out of that hose. That's where the blood pudding came in.
You got to be like a glass blower. You can't ever let it backtrack.
Okay, well, here's another one. Okay, you talk about jobs I would never want to do, even though I know there's more to it than this. Is the what was it? The keeper of the groom, the king's groom. I think the groom of the stool. That's what it was called. They were literally the groom that was with the king that did everything from help them get dressed to wipe their butts when they went to the bathroom. Yeah. And that's not a job I'd ever want. But when I was reading about it, it's like, yeah, but they were one of the closest people to the king. You had people waiting in line to get in, and this guy was with him all the time. He ended up with a title. He had money and lands, all for the job he did. I'm like, fuck that. I've wiped two people's butts. There aren't but about 2 more that I would do, and I'm married to one, and I call the other one Mama. So,
I ain't
Yeah,
laughing
true.
no butts. I've got.
Yeah.
I live by that bidet life, and if you're in this household, if you can't no longer use the bidet, you're getting the hose. You know what I mean?
Hey, so the condos in Florida that we visit, they get a lot of snowbirds from other countries, and they had bidets like you've never seen before in these condos that were immaculate. Like
Did you use it?
yeah.
Awesome, ain't it?
Well, dude, I've used bidets. I'm just saying, like these bidets in particular, and maybe this isn't the avenue of conversation for the evening, but I'll tell you about it after the show. They were off the chain.
Tell us about now. I would like to know.
And they were super thin profile, so like they didn't interfere with the seats and stuff.
You're a good woman, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
That's the kind of viewers we got. That's the kind of viewers. That's
why we're here every Friday
that's why
night.
we're yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you
heroin.
ever heard of baby cages?
Baby
Yeah.
cages.
Baby cages.
Like
Talking about recently or
like
No,
crates.
Like in the early
No.
20s or the 1920s and 30s. They were wire mesh enclosures that people would hang out of apartment windows to put their infants in so that they'd stay safely contained, but because it would keep them cooler in the heat of the summer. And they said that it helped prevent things like TB and rickets and stuff. But, people living in like urban environments with these tiny apartments, they had no way for their kids to get, fresh air and stuff. So they put them in little cages hanging out their window.
And then the Cajuns invented swamp coolers.
That's right. I saw one of those recently in action. That was pretty cool. He had a frozen milk jug of water. He stuck off in it and turned it on, and it was nice.
Yep.
So
She is loyal. Loyal indeed. So there was another baby product that was started. It started being marketed in 1898 as a cough suppressant and a non-addictive alternative to morphine. It was sold in syrups, tablets, and other forms for respiratory issues, pain, and children's ailments. Bayer, of course, stopped production around 1913 once risks started becoming evident that there was risk for addiction. And there were many other patented medicines and soothing syrups that also contained this. But the active ingredient in this revolutionary cough syrup was heroin.
I have heard this.
Leave it to Bayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Heroin.
Okay.
What? Heroin.
Heroin.
Get the
Pre-emulsion. Did they still have that when you two were little? The
I wish.
original recipe? There is a difference. Let me see if
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was the end-all be-all cough medicine after they took codeine and cocaine out of children's cough medicine.
When did they take? I thought codeine was still in cough medicine.
No, not the over-the-counter stuff. Back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. So
The
hang on, let me
doctor
see.
actually has to prescribe the codeine cough medicine.
That's where I was getting confused because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've definitely had cough syrup with
Yeah,
codeine when I was a
you
kid.
used to be able to buy it over the counter, and it was marketed for babies and children. But the original it was like drinking pure grain alcohol first.
Ooh,
but it
that's a real
had,
thing.
I know it had, and I'm trying to find the original recipe. It had creosote in it. You remember the stuff that they put on light poles that
Yeah.
will burn your skin? That was the main ingredient.
They no longer use it because it's such a horrible.
Yes.
Yeah. Thing.
Yep. Let's see. Yes, they used the creosote was to coat and comfort irritated throats. And then it also had alcohol. Hang on, where's it at? Wild cherry bark, white pine bark, ipecac, and alcohol. That's the cough medicine I grew up on until the, probably late 70s. I think's when they pulled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the sore throat, or just that nagging cough that won't go away. I mean, I would recommend honey.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
That's a good remedy for that.
I gotta step away just for a second. I'll be right back.
No, sounds good.
It is amazing that we still exist as a species, Crystal, because
yeah. And I was never given this as a child, but what the old timers used to do is take moonshine and dissolve a bunch of, it was called whorehound candy. And peppermint.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you would just take a little nip of it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not talking from personal experience, but you just take a little nip of it, and it would allegedly help coughs, and they would give it to children. Because a lot of people in Appalachian, for these reasons, didn't trust big companies to supply their medicines and stuff.
Oh, my grandmother kept a bottle of Jack Daniels with peppermint floating in it year round. And all you had to do was go one time in her presence and come here. But here's the thing. Okay, so coal tar creosote is different than the beechwood creosote that they used in medicine. I love the way they put that. It's a completely different, safer substance when consumed in carefully formulated tiny doses.
Yeah.
So, allegedly, there you go.
I like the shirt.
Allegedly.
I understand that some things are medicinal, but it's like belladonna. It can be very calming, but I'm not going to boil it up and give it to my kid, no matter how good it works on some stuff.
Well, have you, I know you guys are probably familiar with this conspiracy, but so there's a camp of people who believe that lead paint inherently wasn't bad for people. Like that ambiently being around lead paint wasn't hurting anybody. But when they started developing technology to penetrate homes and certain waves, it couldn't penetrate through lead paint. And there's a conspiracy that they demonized lead paint to be able to send waves through our walls and stuff.
I don't believe that conspiracy because so many people have gone batshit crazy from using lead cosmetics and
but that soaks into your skin, though.
Yeah.
Like, unless you were eating lead paint.
Well, have you ever been around a baby? They'll chew on anything.
Y'all haven't ever ate lead paint?
No.
Or
I
blue?
don't understand about the coffee enemas either, Shelby.
Missing on out.
Yeah.
There's some people who drink alcohol that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Through the butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get drunk. Yeah. You can get drunk that way. Yeah.
I have heard tell that you definitely can. Never tried it, never planned to, but
yeah.
They say you do you. I've heard that that is an easier, less invasive way, because I love the way it was put to me. It is a less invasive way to do heavy drugs. And I'm like, how the hell is it less invasive to do it anally?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Whatever.
When we were talking about this episode, I was just thinking how nice it'll be to talk about all of this crazy stuff from the past whenever the stuff that we have going on now is literally irreversible, like the PFAS and all the Roundup
Yep.
Every living being on the planet is testing positive for PFAS and Roundup. And
But
you know,
let's
say what
take
you will about blowing smoke up people's ass, but at least it wasn't poisoning the planet.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Well, and
so
my
is
thing
DD.
is,
Yeah.
go ahead, Stephen.
I'm just going to ask, in light of the most recent ruling, is DDT going to be back on the market again soon?
Probably.
It could be.
And that's
Could
what
be.
amazes me. It's like, we know that these things, and okay, I get it. I understand that a lot of people question science. You should question everything. But when something is proven, when it is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, when every other country in the world has outlawed it because it's proven that it will kill you.
What do you think? Okay. So the chronology on what happened with glyphosate stuff was it was bad. It was bad. They were going to get rid of it. And then all of a sudden at the 11th hour, the DOD comes in and is like, we have to have it. What do you think the military needs with glyphosate so bad? Like, what do you think they're doing with it? Any conspiracies there? Because I don't know. I have no idea.
No.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Because I can't think of a good reason. I can't think of a good reason. If it's killing everybody and it's in all of our food and vegetables and stuff, how does any need supersede that? Because not even 5 years ago, Monsanto, for the first time ever, got successfully sued for Roundup causing cancer.
Okay, here's what it says. The military does not use glyphosate as a weapon or direct tactical tool. Instead, the U.S. government links glyphosate to national defense because it is chemically derived from elemental phosphorus, a foundational raw material crucial for both military technologies like smoke, illumination, munitions, radar, and semiconductors, and agricultural weed killer.
What does that have to do with spraying it on our food?
I know.
Okay, you keep it for whatever defense purposes you think it's useful for, but stop spraying our food with it.
Well, the stated goal of the executive order that was recently signed, the most recent one, the stated goal is protecting the domestic food supply and farm productivity, which relies heavily on glyphosate alongside safeguarding the shared industrial supply chain.
How did we ever live before Roundup and GMO seeds? If you drive through Indiana right now, every field, it looks like Idiocracy. Every field has a sign in front of it that says, sponsored by blah, blah, blah seeds, GMO. Every field.
Yep. I remember the first time driving home, because home's about 4 hours north of here, and I hit my county, and all these fields that used to be cotton, that I grew up being cotton, was Monsanto. Then there's a Monsanto office in the middle of all of it.
I didn't know that, Larry.
Awesome. Yeah, it is used for smoke screens. Larry.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that's like part of what they're spraying in the sky.
Yeah, well, no, it says that was one of the uses for the DOD was for smoke and illumination munitions, radar, and semiconductors.
That's insane. It's the semiconductor. I guarantee that's it.
Mm-hmm.
How does a semiconductor use glyphosate?
Good question. Let me ask.
But yeah, microplastics, nanoplastics, BPAs, PFAS, phthalates, plasticizers. There are way worse stuff than, comparatively, than lead paint, I would say, or even radium. The radium girls, did we talk about that?
No, not yet, but they were definitely on the list. Semiconductors do not use the weed killer glyphosate. However, elemental phosphorus, the raw chemical building block used to manufacture both glyphosate and certain semiconductor components, is shared across these supply chains.
Imagine being a scientist at P&G or whoever figured this out, and you're working with phosphate, and you discover glyphosate, and you're like, actually, you know what would be good about this?
It could kill us all.
We could just spray it on weeds. Like,
Yeah.
vinegar and soap. You can spray vinegar and soap on weeds, and it'll kill them.
Neem oil and peppermint soap is wonderful. That's what I use.
There are conspiracies about asbestos.
Yeah, 100%.
Albeit I can't remember those conspiracies at the moment. But yes, there's conspiracies about asbestos similar to lead paint, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an even bigger conspiracy about asbestos on 9/11, baby.
No,
We still have
no.
we still gonna have to do
Yeah.
That is amazing, dude. Stop. Stop. You've been waiting. You've been lying in wait.
My nephew gave me that. He don't even know what it is.
You don't know. You guys don't know how many videos and articles and everything else I have saved lying in wait for the day that we do a 9/11 episode. That's going to be a 4-hour episode.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to plan
Right.
a Saturday
Oh, yeah.
night when
Yeah. I mean,
And
if-
do-
for anybody interested in reading really good information on that, Jim Mars did a lot of work on the 9/11.
Not just insecticides, Larry, but they're releasing all of these GMO insects, like the ticks, the mosquitoes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they don't. You may not notice them as much depending on what time of year you're riding out, but they also die pretty quick. So it's kind of like a scorched earth activity. We've seen videos of them. They usually do releases on the rivers. So that's, I think, why a lot of times rivers are just super heavy besides being water. But you'll see literally just black clouds of mosquitoes being released on rivers and stuff.
which is crazy because I've seen all the movies. There's just,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
and I understand that there are things that are problems that need to be figured out and taken care of, but there's long-term effects that you can't possibly know.
They keep talking about it too. Like you keep hearing the rhetoric. Oh, well, the next one's going to be way worse than the last, pandemic, and the next one's going to be like Black Plague level and this and that. And
Well, now we got the untreatable fungus.
what happened to the
lettuce.
cruise ship full of people?
Which one?
There was one, the Hannah.
Oh, I don't know. That's they had like 8 people that they dumped somewhere that but they're not gonna be contagious. We're isolating them.
They had the whole ship like just out in the ocean. People were posting videos, and it was all over the news. And then
it wasn't.
nothing.
Yeah, those are the ones
Yeah.
that should scare you.
Yeah, it probably would have done better if they hadn't used the same guy for a previous pandemic, and then they used him for this one as well. Internet sleuths, they found it pretty quick.
If it worked good the first time, use the same people.
Yeah, they
Every time.
should have changed actors.
Oh, it was wild. But I did find out that you can buy a condo on a cruise ship and live on a
Really?
cruise ship to travel the world.
There's a problem
Pretty
with that,
reasonable.
though.
What's that?
Depending on how old you are, if you do that, it eventually will get to the point where you will have vertigo on land.
Sweet. That's what I want.
There's a guy that does that, and he can't come off the cruise ships anymore.
Yeah, this guy came across my algorithm somehow. I ended up, and I intentionally followed him, but I'm not sure how it came across. But he just reads reviews from entitled people that went on vacation. And it'll be something like, well, we went and the sun was too bright. Can't y'all do anything about that? And it's just some of the dumbest stuff.
My favorite whatever is this girl sees one of the deer signs in the country. And she's like, why would they put a deer crossing in the middle of the road?
Yeah.
People in the comments were like, what are you talking about?
I mean, and the thing about it is, I would think this is all just pure satire or made up, but I've read a lot of this stuff and I'm like, people, how have we survived as a species? And
well, we didn't. We were giving heroin and opioids to babies.
Okay, that's true, but
we were trying to blow smoke up people's rear ends.
As a general rule, that generation was calmer.
Yeah. And of course, doctors used to tell people that smoking was good for you. It was healthy things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did. Did you see or have you seen where a lot of schools, not just around the world, but even in this country, are getting rid of screens and only using them for absolute necessity? They are going to regular books, pencil and paper, because kids have gotten so much dumber. And I'm not being insulting, but academically.
Wait until AI takes over. They keep saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
Sam Altman's like, so many people are gonna die. He just keeps saying stuff like that. Nobody bats an eye.
Well, I mean, a guy in Texas that said in the 2 years that there's been a data center near his farm, he has not had one live calf born.
Not surprised.
Not one.
It's a lot of waves coming out of that place.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like having a mega just everything waves coming out of a facility next to your house.
Yeah, it's like his farm is surrounded by a big microwave oven.
It's like Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
On steroids.
I just wonder what Landa's algorithm looks like.
I know, Landa. Your algorithm's filthy.
Sorry, I had to pick on you.
Okay, so here's one. Okay, back in medieval Europe. Okay, I love this time period, but I'm so glad I don't have to live in this time period, because they called it the Dark Ages, but it's crazy, some of the stuff that went on.
I knew it.
It is. So, back in the Middle Ages, it wasn't always easy to prove somebody was innocent or guilty. And, because there wasn't always evidence. There were no screens, no phones, no encyclopedias saying, hey, this happened. So instead of a trial with witnesses and evidence, they could be decided by trial by ordeal. And trial by ordeal was the belief that God would intervene to protect an innocent person.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. There were several forms of ordeal.
Like kicking you in the river with stones tied to your feet?
Here's the best one, or the first one, is ordeal by hot iron. The accused carried a red-hot piece of iron or walked across hot plowshares, after which their burns were bandaged. If the wounds healed cleanly after a few days, they were declared innocent. If they became infected, they were judged guilty. Another was ordeal by boiling water, where the accused plunged a hand into a pot of boiling water to retrieve an object from the bottom. And then there was the ordeal by water, which is, you put them in the water, and if they sank, they were pure. So, if you got lucky, they pulled you out. But, so... And that's the thing is, it was approved by the government and by the church until it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
rough.
It sounds like some more of that stuff there where cousins were spouses and stuff.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that still happens.
That was the royal. That's the royal family.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I did not realize that was illegal in Mississippi until it came up a couple of years ago about this guy and girl that were in an accident. And I'm not going to go into details, but part of what they were charged with was incest because they were first cousins, and that's illegal in this state. And I'm like, didn't know there was a law. But,
I'm about to check it right now, Crystal. I haven't been in the game lately.
Lando, you send me stuff sometimes, and I appreciate it.
If we got stuff, it's because Cecil failed this family.
Yeah.
Hey, Cecil couldn't get into email a couple of weeks ago.
Cecil
You couldn't either.
can barely get into his car.
It has to do with the web browser because I can do it from my phone, but I couldn't get into it either from two different web browsers.
Yeah.
You know what? There are places that American gene pool is a mud puddle. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Crystal, did you send pictures of the sky?
Oh yeah, I'm good, Crystal. I just seen that. My blood pressure has hit 200 over 105 at one point tonight.
Has it come down?
Yeah, it's down to 163.06. 163
Yes,
over 106.
I started to say we actually don't have any new emails from folks. We had an email of
I don't think we're getting emails.
Send a test email. Send a test email. What's not supposed to be shared?
Her sex life.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just start sending us on TikTok.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I send TikToks all the time. They're over me sending TikToks.
WITF.
I send Cecil TikToks at like 2:00 in the morning sometimes.
Okay, which would you rather wear? Whale poop, beaver butt, or sheep grease?
What?
Oh my goodness!
What?
What was this medicine or punishment?
No. It was neither. These are things found in products that we use today.
Oh, good.
So, ambergris, which is a substance produced by sperm whales that they crap out that floats on the ocean, and it's used in luxury perfumes. Beaver butt. Hang on, let me find that one again. Okay. Castor, which is used in perfumes and in flavorings and medicines, comes from the castor sac from a beaver's butt. And then lanolin, which everybody uses, comes from the greasy part of a sheep.
Weird.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And those are just a couple. I mean, there's like, beeswax is basically regurgitated, bees puking. I mean, and we use that all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, I got you, Landa. I always forget what your email looks like.
And gelatin. Okay. Weird foods.
Jello.
Gelatin comes from cow bones or horse. Oh, it comes from bones.
Chicken bones.
Yes, it is very expensive, Crystal. A lot of places started using a synthetic because it costs so much. So, yeah. Oh, and carmine is a red dye made from cochineal bugs. They're like a beetle, and that's used in lipsticks and blushes and stuff like that. So,
Okay. I,
That's actually not.
the more you
Wells
know.
are fun.
Do what,
Yeah.
Cecil?
The more.
Oh no, you're good.
The more you know, the less you want to know. Sometimes.
Right. Well, that's a really expensive thing, and a coworker of mine was telling me about it. Her sister bought her some. It's snail mucin.
Yeah.
It's literally the slimy stuff is used for facial creams. I mean,
Really?
you can buy it, and because she and I looked it up, because she's like, I don't know why she bought me this expensive crap. I ain't never putting this on my face. But it's like, oh no, they put them on a grate, and they naturally, when they go across the grate, it secretes. And I'm like, yeah, do you want to scrub your butt across a grate? That's not a very nice thing.
I'm gonna
So,
put
yeah.
this in the chat here.
Yeah, now I do have an ambergris perfume oil, which is totally synthetic, that I use for blending. But yeah, I don't want the real stuff. Just like musk. Musk originally came from the musk deer. It was a scent gland on them. And I love musk, but I don't want the real stuff. I'm not that bougie. So, yep.
So, well, I probably should have put commas. So, the confectioner's glaze, the shellac, the Akita powder, all those are bugs. So if you see these ingredients on your food or products, all of these equal bugs.
Okay, well, the Carmine that you're talking about, just to even make it better, Clinique, CoverGirl, L'Oreal, and Revlon all use it. And those are all, you can buy them at Walmart.
Well, what's scary, so I don't know if you know about Carmine, but it's also how some red food colorings are made. And the shellac and confectioner's glaze, that's the coating on some candies that's made from lac bug secretions. And the Akita powder is insect flour, so it could be used in breads.
They used to use the castoreum, which is what you get from the beaver butt, used to be used to make vanilla ice cream, because evidently it flavors just like vanilla, but it's so expensive compared to vanilla beans or artificial that they quit using it. But still, who got the sack off of a beaver's butt and said, I wonder how this tastes?
Probably pelt people.
Be careful. Bucky's will sue you.
You know what? I'm about to trade in my Bucky's hat for the Beaver, Ohio hat. I stand with Beaver, Ohio in that fight.
Oh, and what's the one? There is a coffee bean, the most expensive coffee in the world, civets. Eat it, poop it out. They collect them, roast them.
It's Kopi Luwak.
There you go. I couldn't remember.
And you know how I know that? The movie Bucket List.
What the movie Bucket List?
If you've never seen the movie Bucket List, you gotta watch it. But yeah, that's one of his. This dude's like, I wanna drink the most expensive coffee in the world, and then he's drinking it, and he's like, oh, this is the most amazing coffee in the world, and the other guy's just laughing. And he's like, why are you laughing? And he's like, because bats shit that out.
So it's like in the Cheech and Chong movie, whenever the dog got into a stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he let it do it like that. Like a whole part of the movie leads to that. He's like, this is crazy. Like, this is the best coffee ever. You can taste the notes and the flavors. And
but
it's probably better than Starbucks. Health wise, they allow a percentage of bugs in everything.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And coffee got popped a couple years ago, like the cheap brands. And some of the store brands got popped for not only bugs but black mold.
Yeah, that's because they won't accept it. Where is it? It's Australia turned it away, so they brought it to the U.S. The moldy coffee.
Yep. Our regulations are a lot less strict than some countries, so we get like the grade F coffee.
Some countries totally anymore. I
Yeah.
think we're down there at the bottom of the list when it comes to regulation.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Are you
was having-
familiar with aspic?
what's up, Oddbox? I haven't seen you tonight.
Aspic was huge back in the 50s and 60s. So basically, what they made a gelatin.
Stop doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, because I'm going to
We're all echoing now. Check.
Hello. Okay.
There you go.
Cecil, dude.
It's
We're
a
all
big-
echoing again.
yeah. You can sing bad to the bone right now, Tilly.
Hello. I heard me.
Okay, I think he fixed it.
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did.
No,
It
you
is.
didn't.
It's
Okay.
fixed.
So aspic, they take chicken broth or meat stock and make it into a gelatin. So, but it gets worse. So they put meat or seafood and vegetables, boiled egg into a mold pan, and then they fill it with this broth that's full of gelatin and let it firm up, and then they slice it.
Kind of like the jailed ills.
It's disgusting. Well, hands down, I'm not a gelatin person. There is nothing. I don't like gelatin. I don't like marshmallows.
Larry, have you had the English breakfast? Have you had jailed ills? I know you mentioned blood pudding. I don't know if you are a connoisseur, but
Blood pudding, and I think we've talked
That's why I
about
call
that,
my
and
bowel
head cheese.
movements.
I've watched them made, so unless it's zombies, I'm not eating it. Yeah, I've seen I won't even buy that for my cats or for my cat. But
don't crack up too hard. You're going to have a heart attack.
Oh boy, I won't anyway. Okay. No, Mandy's on her way to get me another blood pressure machine because this one is 20 years old. It might be wrong.
But you are red-faced,
I'm always red faced.
not like
Nope.
this.
We can't talk about it because we can't be on a YouTube compilation. It's gonna be like top 10 craziest people
Ooh,
that.
yeah. Mock turtle soup. Are you familiar with that one?
It's in the stores
that?
right now.
Okay, I don't know
What's
how
that?
it's made now, but it was originally made instead of turtle. They used boiled calf's head and organ meat to match the gelatinous texture
I believe that.
of turtle soup.
I believe that.
Nice.
Ugh. Ugh.
People still cook boar's head and stuff. I don't like gelatinous things either, though. Like I like Viennese sausages when I was a kid, but then they started putting a gel in it, and I just can't.
There's a gel in it now.
It has a
Yeah.
jelly because I don't eat them, but Mo and the kids will, and I'm like, ugh. But yeah, there is.
That's nasty.
It's kind of like when you put roast chicken in the fridge and the broth congeals. It reminds you of that.
Yeah. Well, Cecil, you're supposed to just slurp that gel off the top of the can there.
That's what
There
these
you
people
go.
do. So the
Right.
the jelly is clear, and then there's just eels that are slurped into the jelly. And this is an English delicacy. So you'd have this, and then you'd have some baked beans on the side,
Them and that damn beans and toast.
and blood pudding,
Ugh.
and a
I've actually
toast.
seen a video. I've seen a video about this today, actually.
To me?
No.
Huh?
To who?
No, I see.
Yeah,
one.
see,
Oh.
Linda, that's why I don't eat Spam. It's nasty.
Head cheese.
Yeah, souse. You don't know what head cheese is?
That ain't happening. Head cheese is like stuff you would see on like a nasty person's like toenails or something.
Yeah, but have you ever seen it made?
No,
I have, which is the only reason. I mean, yeah. Okay, first off, if I look at it in the store, because yes, there are stores here that sell it, I would immediately go, hell no. But because I've seen it made homemade, hell no. That's, ugh. I mean, literally somebody walks in the head and puts it in my aunt's sink. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that? She goes, oh, I'm going to make head cheese. I'm like, what? And she starts pulling out brains and then chopping up liver. And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, how did they ever call that cheese?
Head cheese.
Yeah. Why? Well, but why?
Oh, I don't know. Texture, maybe? They thought that was the closest thing to it. You know?
Okay.
head cheese.
Nope, don't want none.
That's
Don't
enough
want
picture of
any.
liver for me.
It looks good.
You know, my papa used to love ham hocks, and I just can't. I can't get into that. He'd get. I'll show you the exact container too, because this brand makes pickled everything. He would get pickled ham hocks and gnaw on them like a dog chewing on a bone.
My dad would not eat them pickled, but he used to do pig's feet, boiled pig's feet. I'm like, ugh. You know, you can tell those of us who grew up around farms in any capacity.
I've got.
There you go, Crystal. I respect anybody.
Larry's comment got me. I'm sorry. That grenade hit me.
Dude, listen, that's what I think of. That's what I think of. Whenever people say that, I'm like, okay, that's like some nasty stuff like this.
I've seen that too.
So it's always in this. And
do they think that the red dye makes it more pretty? Because to me, it just looks like it's bloody pickled pig's feet.
they do the same thing for
Pickled eggs.
in every Walmart in Appalachia, you will find this delicacy. And I honestly couldn't believe how expensive this has gotten. And they've dropped the quantity down. This used to come in a gallon jug.
Oh yeah.
So it's this
bologna.
one huge rope of bologna, and it's cracker size. And it used to come in a gallon jug. Guess how much the small jug is now, Cecil?
How much?
$10.99.
$16.99.
You're joking.
$16.99 for the small jug. Up here anyway. Crystal, you know. Crystal's in the xylophone zone of pickled bologna.
Bologna.
I used to have a love for it when I was a kid, and then one day it was just absolutely disgusting, and I haven't ate it since.
Well, these and Red Hots. Fisher's also makes Red Hots.
Oh yeah, I love Red
See,
Hots.
we never did the bologna, but Daddy used to he liked those Red Hots and that red wine hoop cheese. And usually if he was cooking Red Hots, he'd be over there slicing up pieces of that hoop cheese and everything.
Yeah.
But,
You gotta. We ate that on saltine crackers, Larry. Is how it was ate. So you'd shave off just a thin slice, put it on a saltine, and eat it that way.
Then slice my ass.
Well, yeah, pickled food. I think it was like it may be like an Appalachian thing where there were shortages of food and stuff, but this brand in particular makes pickled eggs, pickled hot dogs, pickled bologna, pickled pig's feet. Anything you can pickle, they pickle it.
Yeah, Fisher's is available down here too, or it is at home. I've never looked for it here, but I can remember growing up seeing Fisher's in every grocery store.
You can
I
find
watch
certain
people-
stuff here, but not everything.
Yeah,
I watch
I'm
people
not-
take.
Go ahead.
I watch people take that pickle bologna and cut it off and put it in a hot dog bun and eat it. I've seen people do that. It's wild.
See, yeah, you know, I'm not a pickle person. I don't like pickles on my burger. I damn sure don't want a pickled bologna or a pickled egg or anything like that. And you can keep the pig's feet pickled or not. No, it's nothing but fat and gristle. That I can't. I just, you know, I cook a steak with fat on it, but before I take the first bite, all the fat's off and on a plate for the pups.
I used to get pickled every night.
You don't eat the whoa. You don't eat the fat on a ribeye though.
If it's any more than a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch thick, it's coming off. And that's got to be seared.
I agree with you on all steaks except for like ribeyes and fillets. Like if it's a strip steak, the fat don't taste the same as the fat on a ribeye.
Let me redo that then. If it's marbling inside the steak, I'm fine with that. But as far as pieces of fat, no. It's a texture thing, though. It's a texture thing.
You don't want the hard fat on the steak. If you got the good soft fat on the steak, that right there, it's hard to describe how good of a bat that is.
It's like a butter.
Like
butter.
It's awesome.
It's a texture. You don't have to fight me for the pickles, Landa. You can have them.
Yeah.
Listen, I love pickles. I love pickles.
I love pickled okra.
No sweet pickles. I love dill pickles.
See, I'm like when I make tuna salad or egg salad, I do use relish, but I won't put sweet and dill because one's too sour, one's too sweet. To me, if you mix them, you get a good balance.
I think we're saying the same thing, Larry. I like a good seared steak with the fat rendered, and it's almost like a butter component within the steak.
Well, like I said, if it's a super thin layer and it's seared really well, I'll eat it. But if it's just a big chunk of fat on my steak, it's got to go. I can't.
I like it.
Yeah, see that's what. Yeah, to me that's what makes brisket so good. I mean, if you'll go ahead and trim that fat layer on the brisket down to about 1/8 of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's the real Steven? Where's the real Steven? I think you broke back out, Steven.
Rendered well while you're cooking the brisket.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that because, and that's one of the few ways that I will eat fat. But like I said, on a brisket, it's the way it's cooked slow, it's cooked crisp, and you know, that's totally different than just a big chunk of fat.
I think you're back, Steven.
Okay, yeah. And I will argue for, with a grilled cheese sandwich, I actually like to eat a sweet Jerkins pickle with it.
I will take a bite.
Blasphemy.
Little sweet gherkins or one of the little dill gherkins, but about 2 bites in, I'm like, yeah, I don't
blasphemy. We know it's the fake Steven if he comes back preaching sweet pickles.
Okay.
My favorite pickle is the ones that you get from Sam's Club in the big old jar.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
So
Steven got abducted and he's back talking about sweet pickles. That's how you know.
Where do y'all stand on ketchup?
I can't have it.
I like ketchup.
Yeah, see,
yeah,
I'm that person that they could quit making it tomorrow, and the only reason I know is because everybody was bitching about it.
I use sriracha for everything that calls for ketchup.
Yeah.
I usually eat hot
and my
sauce
life
with
is better because of it.
What does it do? Is it your mouth or your stomach?
I can't have it like tomatoes are an ingredient that causes like major inflammation, so I can't have tomatoes of any kind.
Okay.
Like
My
even
s-
pizza, like anything
Mhm.
as an ingredient.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Steven, if he
Whataburger
eats
ketchup is
ketchup
shit.
or a tomato, like if we make spaghetti or something, he gets abscesses and blisters in his mouth for days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So only on
I really
burgers.
like. I really like the Whataburger condiments too.
Yeah,
I
the
think
spicy,
that's who said that.
Whataburger spicy ketchup is good.
It's the cheese,
Oh.
isn't it?
I've got gallons of ketchup in there because my family would have a damn meltdown. Yeah, because Mo uses less. He's like, "You didn't buy me more ketchup. You didn't tell me you were low." And
I'm
I don't
telling you.
use it, so
I
I
guess
usually eat hot sauce on everything though.
I'm just maybe I'm a snob at this point. I've been cooking too long. Here's the thing. I've been cooking too long. You're talking about ketchup on fries. That ain't good enough. It's got to be a sauce. Like you're throwing together a sauce. It's going to be, ketchup, Dijon, a little bit of Worcestershire, a little bit of mayonnaise. Whip up a special sauce. Put a little seasoning in.
you know,
You literally, if
I'm
you
gonna-
put pepper and salt in that, you literally just explain cane sauce.
And and you got a sauce. And there's ways to edit it. So I don't use ketchup. I use sriracha, so it's got a little bit of heat to it. You can variate that sauce. Like if you don't want mayonnaise, if you're not a mustard person, there's tons of stuff you can sub in and out.
though, I'm
Stop.
going to tell you,
Having basic fries, there's so much better sauces. So much.
and I'm going to tell you, I could make you a tartar sauce or a remoulade, and you will never buy that crap in the store again. And even if you don't like mayo or mustard, which has both in it, you cannot taste that it's mayo and mustard because of everything that's mixed
I
in.
love tartar sauce.
I don't like the tartar sauce that you get at the store, but homemade tartar sauce that's made right, like a Cajun tartar sauce, I love.
Basic for me though, Landa, is just eating the fry. Like either you got stuff on the fry or you don't got stuff on the fry. So for me, it's like I'm either eating the taters or I'm making a sauce.
Yeah.
How about a good steak fry and then throw some cheddar and some bacon and some scallions on top of it and call it a day?
Now,
needs
the way that my favorite fry dish, and this is probably why I'm sitting here checking my blood pressure.
Because you've been in the game. Yeah.
I love taking steak fries, cooking them double fry to make them extra crispy.
Yep.
Then you pour ranch, homemade.
I like,
ranch if you
okay.
do it,
I like ranch.
on
Yeah.
it- on that. Then you put bacon bits, real bacon bits on that motherfucker, right? Then you sprinkle some cheese up on it and pop that in the oven for about like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Then eat
Yeah.
that.
You're speaking my language.
Yep.
You're speaking my language.
It's so good.
Yes. Okay, what's something that, and no judging, I'm just asking, what is something that you eat that you're pretty sure nobody else eats? That it's
Peanut butter
unique.
and butter sandwich.
Peanut butter
Peanut
and
butter
butter.
and butter. Peanut butter and butter.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that.
I'm not a peanut butter fan, but it would have never crossed my mind to put butter on it.
Yep.
This is my favorite little snack.
Oddbox eats that.
Hey
Oh,
man,
nice.
you get enough butter on it, it'll tickle your tongue.
My favorite little snack that I have is regular Lay's chips covered in hot sauce and mozzarella cheese in them.
Really?
That's respectable.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I would try that. And I don't buy Lay's chips, but I would try that.
And
I'm gonna have to try the honey on it next time.
and if I don't use hot sauce, I use A1 sauce, A1 steak sauce on them.
Tully?
It comes from being very poor.
Mine might too, but it's not something that's different. It's just the way it's prepared.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
as soon as we were talking about vacation food, I was like, okay, all I want, people like these lavish meals and stuff on vacation. I said, all I want on vacation is the biggest bowl of ramen noodles and all I want on them is cheese and hot sauce and how you prepare them. So, and what I did that night is put 3 bricks, which was way too much. I couldn't finish it. But I'm like, tonight's the night. I'm like, I'm having my bowl of noodles. And I made 3 bricks and you drain them. And if you're doing like 3 whole bricks, you're only putting 1 seasoning packet in after you drain them because that seasoning goes way further in dry noodles. But they're still hot and they still got a little bit of moisture. So you throw a bunch of cheese in, you throw your hot sauce in, and you start just churning, and it becomes this saucy, cheesy, sticky noodle. It's amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And I ate as much as I could and felt awful the next day, and I'll do it again next year.
And I'm going to tell you something. That is the hardest thing to clean up after if you do not put water in it while it's still soft.
Oh yeah, you got to spray it out. You got to spray it out.
I've got 2 girls in there. What you just described, minus the hot sauce, is their go-to when they're here and I cook dinner and they don't like what I've cooked. They do the same thing with ramen and cheese and all that. But those little heifers don't rinse the damn bowl out. And the next morning, I've got glue in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Here's another before we move on. Here's another thing I like to do. Speaking of peanut butter sandwiches, I like to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich and grill it like a grilled cheese sandwich.
What?
Yeah.
Make me one of them. I've never even heard of that.
Does not sound bad.
And
I'm not a peanut butter fan, but I could almost see that working.
Larry, I bet that is fire. I never even thought about that.
Do you know, this heifer right here has been trying to get me to try that for 20 years. And I've yet to eat that.
Yeah. Hey, I love the Waffle House.
I do too, but it's that combination. It's
love
the combination.
Waffle House.
My wife hates it, apparently.
I have so much respect for the men and women who dedicate their lives to that every day, and they go out there and scream and holler and pull all that food.
How many years it was before I realized that they have the little thing, the way that they lay the condiments and stuff on the plate is how the cook knows what goes on it.
Hey, it's not on their menu, and depending on what time of day it is, they may hate you for it. Order an omelet plate. And whatever you like in the omelet, they give you 4 pieces of bread, like 4 little triangles, and they butter it. So if you get hash browns and you get what you want in your omelet, you can put the hash browns and part of the omelet on your bread and make little sandwiches out of it. Put a little Tabasco on it. Can't beat it.
Really?
One of the best cooks I know.
Can't beat it. It's amazing.
One of the best cooks I know is Nick, who pops in the chat every now and again. And he was a manager at a Waffle House for many years. So I think
one of the best cooks you know.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing dude.
He said it's just one.
What are you talking about?
Just one of them.
What are you talking about?
Hey, that doesn't mean you're out, Tully. Doesn't mean you're out.
He's really good, dude.
So, okay, my weird food, and it may not be as weird as I think it is, but I've never found anybody else that ate it. And as I was making this yesterday morning, I'm like, we're going to talk about weird stuff tomorrow night. So I want to talk about this. Okay. Sausage sandwich. So, start with patty sausage, thin it out like you would do a smash burger, super thin, and take 2 pieces of bread. I use brioche. Put yellow mustard on both sides. Put that patty, because it's big enough to fit on your bread, with a slice of American cheese and thinly sliced fresh tomatoes, salt and pepper, and call it a day.
I'll have to try the
It's
pepper.
got to be that combination. Mustard.
Yeah, because I got bacon tomato sandwiches. Those are good. I know Toby can't have one. But.
I can't have that. No. And it wasn't really no hate either, because I never liked tomatoes, like as a standalone thing. So it was kind of a perfect scenario to where I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on anything other than condiments.
Your taste buds change. And can I ask you a question? When you ate tomatoes, and I'm sure I know the answer to this, you were eating them fresh when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, garden tomatoes.
Okay, because I know a lot of people that I've talked to over the years, they're like, oh, I hate tomatoes. Have you ever eaten a fresh one? And they're like, what's the difference? There is a huge difference. Now, if you don't like tomatoes, you don't like tomatoes. But if you've only ever eaten the crap you buy in the grocery store.
It's like eggs.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, but I've got 7 dozen eggs right now. I got to figure out what to do with.
I wish I was close.
I wish you were too, because I'd be sharing them out.
We eat 18 a week.
Catfish tails, when we used to do fish fries, that was the treat all the kids wanted. Because they fried them up, they batter them, fry them up super, super crispy, and they were awesome.
I've had it all, Crystal, and I just hate them. I don't know what it is about them. I've had fried green tomatoes. I've had regular ones. I've had the only blow that this really had was to condiments. And honestly, if you sub in sriracha, it's not that much different.
Right.
Even in barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Well, Crystal, if you like the fried green tomatoes, good mixture on that right there would be to mix an egg and some milk or buttermilk, whichever you prefer. And then you get your flour for your second dip, and you put salt, black pepper, and paprika in it. And you dredge, after you go through your first dredge, then you go into your flour and then fry those. And those are good that way.
Hey, you can next level that bad boy by making a Parmesan cream sauce with some crab and some shrimp in it, put over the top of it.
Oh, absolutely. That would elevate it.
God.
I might change your mind about a tomato tully.
No, not the tomato, just the Parmesan cream shrimp. Yeah,
hey,
that
also works really good over pan fried fish.
I love fish.
I'm not a huge catfish fan. One, I grew up in catfish country. Literally, the catfish capital of the world is where I lived at. And Mo had a friend whose levees broke one year. And he just told him, take anybody you want, fish them, because I'd rather they be fished than to lose all those fish.
Yeah.
Every flipping day for weeks, they were frying fish. And I was not a huge catfish fan before that. So for years, I wouldn't eat it. And we had moved away from home. And he's like, I'm really craving catfish. So he comes home with catfish. He's over there frying it. And I'm like, I'm okay. Just move out of the way. And he's like, what are you doing? I had some shrimp. I had some crab. So I started making a cream sauce, and I threw Parmesan in it and a lot of Cajun seasoning. And then I threw a handful of crab and a handful of shrimp, cooked it down. He goes, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, just shut up. And I took a piece of that catfish and covered it for years. Did you make sauce for the fish yet? Anytime he fries fish. I'm like, only if you want it. So, but yeah, I like well done sauces, but I'm like you, Tully. I don't just want ketchup, or my mom used to dip fries in mayo. That to me is weird.
No, but a white sauce
I like the
is
white sauce.
it's like ranch.
Uh-huh.
You know, like you can do. That's my whole spiel. Is like you've already got all the ingredients. Like
Hmm.
pulling ketchup out of the fridge is just as easy as throwing a sauce together.
Something else you
Yeah.
might want to try that, and there are people out there that are going to just. Oh, as a matter of fact, I think we had somebody on that was totally against it. Is an Alabama white barbecue sauce. I don't
Yeah.
like it on
Yeah.
brisket, but I love it on chicken. I mean, it's really good on chicken to me.
I feel
Yeah,
like it's a chickeny. Yeah,
Spencer was the one who's not a big fan of white sauce.
Okay, I thought I remembered it being somebody that was on here.
my rule of thumb is like white meat, white sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not eating white sauce on ribs.
Oh no, no, never.
Um, but I saw a recipe. I may have saved it. I saw a recipe for a white sauce that was like borderline ranch, but when you understand, like you got to understand that white sauce is one step away from ranch anyway.
Hmm.
Like herbs away from ranch.
Yep.
Noise.
That's I keep. As a matter of fact, I'm
Cecil.
out right now.
Cecil, you're the xylophone zone right now, dude.
Yeah.
I do a dry ranch powder that I make homemade and just keep in the cabinet. And when I want ranch, unless I like Ken's ranch, if I'm going to buy store bought, I want
Oh, yeah.
Ken's.
Yeah, that's the one I prefer.
Yes, because it's the closest to homemade as far as
Right.
flavor and texture and everything. But if I want homemade or if I don't have Ken's, then I can take that powder and mix it with some buttermilk powder and some milk and get good ranch, or I can mix it with fat-free Greek yogurt, and thin it down with some milk. So, I mean, I'm going to have the stuff here that I can make ranch if I need it.
Yeah. I
So-
prefer
There you go, Larry.
completely agree, Larry. Completely agree. Bro. I'm just looking at that other comment.
Yeah, same. Like, we don't care.
Fear mongering about we're talking about food.
And
Fear mongering about what? We're talking about steaks.
and sauces.
Also, what you have to understand is we don't give a shit about Twitch. We just stream there.
Come on.
well,
Cecil was
well,
trying to hit him up a date on Twitch one night.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My
Oh, is
hero.
that the same guy? I don't think that's the same
I don't
guy.
think that's the same
Oh,
guy.
that's a different guy. It's
But
somebody
it was
else.
Twitch.
No,
It was Twitch.
yeah, but
Or was it Kick?
honestly, it may have been Kick. I think it might have been Kick. Honestly, I like gravy.
Now I
You know,
do like
you-
Kick. We've got a mod on Kick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Hawkster, if you play your cards right, you could be the mod on Twitch.
All right. Anyway, Stephen, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, like, if you have good gravy,
Mhm.
that right there, I replace ketchup with gravy if I have it. If there's good gravy available. So I'm
Yep.
kind of old school with that.
Well, and Larry, I totally agree with you. Well-prepared red meat should not need sauce. A well-prepared steak should not. When Mo and I first met, he would, one, cook the life out of a steak, but
Killed it
two,
twice.
before he ever took a bite, after he cut it all up, he took Heinz 57 sauce and drenched it. And I'm like, you don't like steak? I love steak. How can you tell? You've never tasted steak. And finally, he tried mine one night, and I go medium rare. And depending on the restaurant, I'll order it medium because most restaurants undercook. But I like it red, but past the raw stage. And he has never eaten a well done steak or steak sauce since. So
It's a weird thing, Crystal, being in the public view. Like you just don't understand how many people pop in and out. Like tonight we're at about 400 people. Some nights have been up to like 2,000, depending on what kind of show we're doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like it takes somebody emboldened by the Elden Ring to comment random stuff.
I'm fine with it. Everybody's entitled to whatever opinion.
Oh
they
yeah,
have,
I don't
so-
care. Like anybody can comment.
Yeah. No, we love
but-
comments.
But just because you comment, don't mean I'm not going to respond. Come on now.
There you go. That's it.
Come on.
It's like I said, of all the times he could have jumped on and said, "Y'all are fear mongering." Tonight ain't that night.
Tonight, the one.
I mean, come on. We did like 4 hours on global control at one point.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, you could accuse us of that most of the time, but not tonight.
Not when we're talking about how to sear your steaks.
Larry, I still. I
That's
really,
not true, Linda. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not. I really don't do. I can't tell you the last time I ate a steak, but I ate a hamburger well done. So, I don't know that I've necessarily.
Yeah, I like to take the burger to 165.
Yeah.
The 165, pull it. That way it's still juicy.
I was going to say.
Smoked a chicken earlier, and I was a little bit pissed off because it was temping at like 175.
Oh,
the wind was blowing, and my Weber. I've never seen the Weber over 500 degrees. The Weber was 650 degrees.
I'm getting that. Wow.
Very unusual day.
Yep. They, that's way over my head. I don't grill. No, does the grilling. That's what I keep him for. So he can do the grilling.
Tell you what I did. I finally cooked pork loin. I don't cook it very often, but the last time I did is a couple weeks ago when I smoked it. And what I did, I bought one that's already garlic. It's garlic seasoning on it, and I've got a fajita seasoning I buy in a big container, and I put a heavy coat of the fajita seasoning all over it, and I took it to between 146 150 on the pork loin. It's definitely the best one I'd ever cooked. So
that sounds
needless
good.
to say, I cooked two of them, and there wasn't much left after lunch.
Yeah, that sounds
so
good.
many people kill pork because of the old cooking rules of it's got to be super well done. As long as the temperature's right, if it's a hair pink, it's fine. But most
it'll
people,
carry over. It'll carry over. You
Exactly.
got to let it rest.
Exactly. I had somebody today ask. We were reading. We have a customer that is giving away steaks from a big steak company, and they sent us their branding that we had to make sure we honored. But it was funny because they also included the part which doesn't directly affect us at all, but we were reading through it on how to photograph their steak to make it look its best. And she goes, okay, well, you should let it rest, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, well, yeah, you should let meat rest anyway in order for it to stay juicy and still be good. Yeah.
Yeah, all of
She
it.
goes, yeah, but after you slice it for photography, you need to let it sit for another 2 to 3 minutes so the color can bloom on the slices. Like, okay, I've never done that because I don't give a damn. Once I slice into it, it's time to eat it. But evidently for photography, that's a big thing.
That's the problem. You don't have to let it rest. And here's the caveat to that. The only time you don't want to let something rest is if you're starving to death. You pull a steak or something off and it's cooked to perfection, and you can just slam it and you have no intentions of eating leftovers. Because that's kind of the point. Like, it draws everything back up, but if you cut it like while it's still hot, it's releasing everything.
Yes.
And it might not be as tender as what it would be if you let it rest. But if you slam it, that's the only pass you're going to get, because if you take leftovers on something like that, it ain't going to be worth nothing.
See, to me, a steak leftover is one of my favorite things. And one, it's got to be a thick steak. But I like to take it the next day and slice it thin and throw a slice of parm over it. And
Like a cheesesteak.
Like a cheesesteak, yes.
Yeah.
And that, the only way you're going to get that still really tender is if you let it rest before you, like say, before you do anything with it. Because if you don't, then it's not going to be good. I mean, you can get it, but it's going to be chewy.
All right.
But,
well, here's a tip on what I do with briskets when I have the time. Talking about letting it rest.
You gotta, for my briskets, I do like 5 hours.
Okay. Here's what I do with briskets if I have the time to do it. I'll cook the brisket. I'll get it to the temp that I want. Somewhere between, I'll overcook them a little bit because you just makes them a little more tender. So I'll take them to at least a minimum of 205. And a lot of times I'll take it somewhere between 205 and 210 on a brisket is what I do. And it's overcooked and it's going to fall apart. But what I'll do after I cook it, you can buy these electric roasters and you put your brisket in an electric roaster and you let it rest in there at about 145 or 150 for about 24 hours.
Okay.
Then your brisket is,
Okay.
And that's
I would love to try that. I would love to try that.
Okay. I finally came clean with something.
Yeah.
Hey, I have one of those big roasters. I love that thing. You can put a turkey and a ham in that bad boy.
But if you'll set that, if you cook your brisket on a Friday or a Saturday, and you'll let it rest for about 24 hours to the next day, and then you cut it, it's still warm, and you want to talk about something that's delicious. That's what you do.
I bet that's out of this world.
Yeah. You don't need barbecue sauce on that.
Well, we've often, Crystal, talked about all of us taking a road trip to Landis so we can all cook together.
That's true. Have a weekend of cooking out in Landa's backyard and making steaks. Landa, if we ever make it big, everybody that's been here from the beginning, like you guys, Ronnie, people I'm probably not thinking about, Nick. If we ever make it big, everybody, we'll get everybody a Omaha subscription that's going to be built into the budget to where you guys just get steaks sent to your house.
That lifetime steak subscription.
Because it's going to be the OGs that get the subscription.
Everybody else gets a thank you card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets a bumper sticker that says bumper sticker.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, we're only human.
That's right. There you go. But and that it was something that I was looking at recently. Because I'm a horrible, and maybe horrible isn't the right word. I read every label of every fucking thing. No, I would be scared of the meat of the month. Yeah. Look, there's a Vietnamese restaurant down here that I went to one time. And the reason I only went one time, and I know people who love this place, and it's probably fine. But when you have on your menu a meat sandwich, that's it. That is the only description for this particular sandwich. And I'm like, not doing it. I don't know what it is.
But okay, here's the counter argument. If I took a brisket to Vietnam, that's probably all I would be able to say on my menu too is meat sandwich. So it works both ways.
Okay. It's I used to play ball in Rat City, Oklahoma. And there was a small little cafe there by the ball field. And if you went in to order a hamburger, they would ask you if you wanted real meat or not.
Oh, God. No.
What? As opposed to what?
Soy patties.
Steven never found out. He never found out.
I never did. I
There's
didn't want to know what
a,
it was.
There was a Chinese buffet in Williamsburg many years ago at this point, where they were dragging in a deer carcass in a garbage can through the lobby to the back. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell y'all the story about Mo's nephew out in Arizona and the rabbit stew?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Mo's got a sister. She and her husband own a fencing company. You know, they do chain link fencing. They've got one branch in Michigan and they've got one in Arizona. Well, his son has been in Arizona for years running that one. And him and his buddies had all been out drinking
Kentucky.
and everything. And they found this little mom and pop, service station restaurant. So, hey, I'm going to tell you, in the South, you can't beat service station food if you know which service stations to go to.
Yeah.
So they go in there and their special for the night is rabbit stew. And his nephew's like, oh man, I hadn't had rabbit stew in years. Yeah, I think I'll have a bowl of that. Well, everybody at the table ordered a bowl. Guy comes back around, hey, you want anything else? He's like, yeah, I think I'll have another bowl. So he brings them all another bowl. Well, then he got up to go outside and smoke, and the owner walks out and everything. And he goes, everything good? And he goes, yeah, that's good. He said, but I've got a question for you. He's like, all right, what's that? And he's like, I've been in Arizona for 10 years. I don't guess I've ever seen a rabbit here. He goes, oh, yeah, there are rabbits everywhere. He goes, what do you mean? Oh, rabbits everywhere. Reaches over, picks up a rock and throws it and hits a trash can. Cats. See? Rabbits everywhere.
Oh, no.
Oh, gets better. He walks back in. He sits down.
Orders another bowl.
Screw it. I've already eaten 2 bowls. Go and bring me another one. So he goes, boys, y'all know what you're eating? Yeah, rabbit stew. Nope. It's cat. Well, he goes, oh my God. He goes, oh, no. You've eaten 2 bowls of it, so you can't bitch about it now. And I'm like, oh my God. And the guy honestly thought that cats were called rabbits.
Wabbits. I mean,
wow.
Okay, things that we find horrible here like that, in other countries, they think eating cow is disgusting.
True.
I never realized that monkeys were bushmeat in many, many other countries until I started doing conservation, working with a conservation group.
It's like how, the giants eat us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a different genus, in my opinion.
Here's the thing. I will occasionally try. I love a well-cooked chicken gizzard, but it's got to be cooked perfect.
You know who else loves chicken gizzards?
Who? Rachel?
Foreman.
Foreman? Yeah.
Yeah, I watch him.
Foreman loves chicken gizzards, dude.
He's the only person. Like, we went to Lee's famous recipe. I don't know if you guys ever heard Lee's. Have you ever heard Lee's?
Lee's down here, Vietnamese grocery store.
It's Colonel Sanders' nephew.
Yeah, he made a chicken joint too. It's Lee's famous recipe. It's really good. I like it better than KFC. Mm-hmm. I went with Foreman Jeremy one time to Lee's, and he said, "Give me a bowl of gizzards with gravy." And I was like, "What?"
Dude, I laughed so hard. The first time he said that, I'm like, why are you getting gizzards, dude? Like, he gets a whole bowl of gizzards. Mm-hmm. And
covered in gravy.
It's akin to liver.
Yeah. It's not.
In my opinion.
Okay. See, because I can take about a bite and a half of chicken liver, and then I'm like, okay, no, I can't do that. It's a texture thing. A gizzard is more firm.
That's true. Okay. It is.
It's not the flavor. It's the texture.
Okay. The flavor is similar.
It is. That's
The
fair.
the texture is different.
Yeah.
I
And for
love
me,
chicken
livers. To me, the liver it's a texture thing.
I love a good fried chicken liver with hot sauce.
Yeah. And
See,
like I said,
I like them both in
I like
moderation.
gizzard.
yeah, I don't want them all the time,
Moderation.
but just every once in a while. And we've got a little restaurant here called Hearts that makes really good chicken gizzards. So when I do want them, I can go grab me just a small box of them and call it a day. But now, when my sister-in-law had her restaurant, one of her cooks would actually grill them and serve
You
them
never
over
had a good
rice.
fried one.
And they were just like covered in black pepper. And I mean, it was so good because you could cut hers with a fork.
You
mean,
need
that's how
like
tender they were.
you need like
If-
Mama's chicken livers, Larry.
That's right,
like
Larry.
a good fried chicken liver is the shit.
Like the southern fried Mama's Granny's chicken livers is what you
So
need.
good.
Look, I saw a guy today that came across when I was at lunch. It's this family, and they are having their first Cajun shrimp boil. And they pour this stuff out. First off, it had carrots in it, which is weird as hell. But second, that shrimp and that corn and stuff was as pale as it gets.
Yeah, I feel like the carrots would have an impact chemically on a boil that,
Yeah.
like them shrimp probably ain't pilling.
Well, and my thing is too, okay, when I love raw carrots and I like stir fried carrots, but I do not like carrots that are cooked completely. They change texture and flavor the longer they cook. So if I'm making like a roast, I cook my carrots separate and put them in at the last half hour or so, because to me the carrots overpower the potatoes, pick it up, the broth picks it up and everything like that. And I don't want everything to taste like carrot. But I'm like you, I can't imagine what a carrot would do to a shrimp. But the guy that was watching it and everything, he's like, people, y'all got to quit perpetuating the myth.
Yeah.
What did you season it with? Hopes and dreams?
Yeah.
And I mean, he goes on this long rant about, y'all are giving us all a bad name calling that Cajun, because there's no way. And like I said, I use very little salt, but you will not know that when you eat my food, because I know how to season. And you can make food taste good without saturating it in salt. Now, I use salt, but I only use it in certain ways and on certain things. I mean, okay, grits have to have salt. If I eat French fries, they have to have salt. My mom thinks I'm disgusting because I don't put salt on fried eggs. But I'm just not a huge salt fan. But I do know how to season so that, things taste good. Hey, how were the glazed carrots with the honey, Landa?
They're good.
And did you contact them about the condition your honey came in?
What happened?
The top was not on it good, and it leaked everywhere. So I told her to contact them because they would make it right.
Yeah, that's not the honey that we got was packaged very well.
Yeah, hers didn't have all the fancy packaging. I guess they're not doing that, and that's fine as long as it was sealed, But no, hers had leaked and everything. So, and I just realized that you said they were good, so my apologies.
And that's the quantum honey. We haven't plugged that in a while.
That's right. That's the good
QR
stuff.
codes are gone.
We're
It's
honey
funny,
people.
I have not tried cooking with it. I either
I can fix that.
take it raw, or I like put it on a sandwich because I do like honey on toast, or I'll put a little bit in tea. There you go. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in a while either.
I didn't even realize that, Cecil. I'm glad you brought that up.
See, how is your blood pressure?
Oh, man. It's all right.
Crystal asked for an update.
The quantum honey.
It's
and-
yummy.
If you don't know what we're talking about, so 4RBs is a company that is helping beekeepers keep their bees glyphosate free. And they use a I don't know what to call it other than sacred geometry with magnets,
Hmm.
and it's helping bees produce more honey, and that's a huge problem right now.
Yep.
So
Their colonies have almost no collapse. Their queens almost never die.
yeah,
I mean, so the science is there.
so if you're a honey person, and it's unlike any honey you've ever had, like it's raw, it's creamed, so it's
It's never heated.
amazing, amazing in anything.
Hmm. Yep. Like,
It's
hey, there you
honey
go.
crack.
Crack. It is.
Honey crack. And on that note, we're getting out of here. We've been here for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did pretty good with the weird stuff that's been invented until we got on food.
Yeah, we need a part 2 of this.
Uh-huh. Because we didn't talk about the radium girls, and that one's a really good one.
Yeah. But tons of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I've got a list.
And then we could talk about food again.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all.
And make sure to go check out our merchandise. I'm about done with a couple designs that I'm going to present to y'all.
Cool.
Totally going to love one.
As long as it's Clarence Originals, I don't care, dude.
It's you, but you look like a phallic member.
No, Crystal, the largest yard sale in the world is tomorrow. So we're not doing a show. We're yard selling.
Hey, did you see?
What is
Oh,
that?
you got that?
I stole Moe's just so I could say.
Yeah. Yeah, I got mine
Nice.
over here too.
Nice.
My little alien.
So the merch is at linktree.com/wearingthefolk. It should be the top link, I think. And we got all kinds of stuff. And it's limited because I'm changing everything up depending on what Cecil, Morgana, Steven presents. The whole merch lineup's changing. So if you like anything on there, get it, because it ain't going to be there in a month.
It's going to be 2 weeks before I can get you anything new. But
That's fine.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a minute. At least
It's going to
month.
be a minute. Yeah,
But
if
yeah.
I can find some vintage lava lamps tomorrow,
yeah, that's what made me think about when you
you're
said
going to
you were.
see you're going to see some new lava lamps up here. I seen people talking trash about podcasters with knickknacks in the background. And I'm like, man,
This is my
you got to have knickknacks.
yeah. I've got all kinds of stuff. Like Tully's gives me random shit over the years. I still got this.
Yeah.
Little
Hey.
hidden gem.
I have candles.
This
That's a
one,
little hidden gem.
that green one up there is a legit, it's a Wizard Stars lava lamp. So the base actually shines light out of it.
Mhm.
That lamp is probably 1970s.
I keep this real close by. Morgana sent us this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got the Twin Towers in memory of. All right.
You gotta have knickknacks. This is a knickknacks show.
That's right. We like showing off our stuff.
Yeah, I got my Rubik's Cubes and skulls and Bob Ross.
But thanks everybody for
Yeah.
sitting down with us tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure to tune in next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I kind of like rolling at 8 p.m. It gives me time to do stuff when I get off work. Like eat.
Just remember, don't lick the lava lamp.
Don't
lick it.
drink the lava lamp. Yes.
I might drink it.
It looks drinkable. Like,
They just-
like you remember the orbits from the 90s?
Yeah. Yeah, they were good. And if you're new to us tonight, if you're still here with us, go ahead and like and subscribe and click on that little bell so that way you get the notifications when we go live. And thank you all for watching us because we're watching you. Peace.